Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Pollack. And the Tar Heels will boot it away to start the game. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cardinals offense will go on the attack first. To throw, it's Nolan. Fires on the move. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Man, that's not the start they needed. You're already the underdog. You've struggled this season going against a really good team. First drive, first possession, man, what do? You turn the football over. That's probably why they have a losing record.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Floating away. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. And they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Dead center perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking for a man, it's Nolan. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They'll go back to the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Cardinals are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Cobb. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Watson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, Louisville! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. San Jose State has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside old Spartan Stadium.
To the air, it's Underwood.
They're up by just...
There he goes! And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. That's caught. It's Green. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Nolan. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Keenan Memorial.
He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. first play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. To the air on second down. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Able to get the first one of the day away, they did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The give to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They want that clock to run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. From the gun, the ground game. Sweet cut there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It is good. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. High the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Gets it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Lost to throw again. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And he's just going to spike it. So now it's second and long.
On the play. Second down.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quick strike complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Lets it fly. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Cardinals can really attack on this second and short. They believe they can run right here. Bulldozes his way through. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense has made it tough, but they'll try to plow their way in here on 3rd and goal in overtime. On the ground. Touchdown Cardinals. They take the lead here in overtime.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. He'll set up to throw. Using the quick game. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. 3rd and goal, and they have to find a way to get a touchdown. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tar Heels! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And right down the middle. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the 2nd OT. On the run, it Smothers. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Off play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Smashes ahead. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, North Carolina! That score gives them the lead here in the 2nd overtime.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. To the air, it's Underwood. Gets it out quickly. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double overtime. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. To the air on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And the Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Under fire. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. That defensive lineman just smelled pass on that play, and he got in the backfield and sacked the quarterback.
And that's why they get paid the big bucks. Like defensive linemen, they got to play the run, be physical. But man, when you can get a beat and understand it's going to be a pass and jump off the snap like this, make a big play, and now you put them behind the sticks, and the advantage goes big time to the defense.
They are up against it, a 3rd and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Caught over the middle, it's Tuggle. He cannot get there, it'll be 4th down. 4th and long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. On 4th down, going to the air. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
Thanks so much for spending some time